conscience, the only way to freedom. The dark occult ruling class gives exoteric religion to the masses to get them away from the core esoteric spiritual truth of natural law. These occultists know that the occultation of natural law will always be what keeps the masses enslaved and the ruling class in control. Under natural law, the law of freedom, as I refer to it, eternally governs the state of freedom of any society anywhere in the universe. The law of freedom states that as morality increases in the aggregate of any given population of souls, that society's collective freedom will also increase. Conversely, as any society's aggregate morality declines, that society's freedom will proportionately decline. In other words, as morality increases, freedom increases, and as morality declines, freedom declines. This is how natural law works. And so then you only need to look to the experience that we are undergoing. Are we gaining freedom or are we losing freedom? And therefore you will know in the aggregate percentage numbers, percentage-wise, whether we are becoming a more moral population or a more immoral population. And I think the verdict is clear. This is why the only prescription that Jesus ever gave for freedom in the New Testament scriptures was know the truth. Didn't ask anybody to believe in anything. Didn't ask them to believe that he was the Son of God. Didn't ask them to worship him. Didn't ask them to believe that he was, anything but someone who understood how the natural law worked and to try to live according to it. He didn't ask anybody to set up a religion in his name. That's all what people after his existence did. He was referring to the truth regarding our own individual sovereignty, the truth that there is no legitimacy to the notion of earthly authority, and knowing the truth of the difference between right behavior, which does not cause harm to other living beings or their rights or property, and wrong behavior, which does cause harm to other living beings or their rights or property. This knowledge comprises true conscience, and it is the only thing that can ever make humanity free, according to the law of freedom, which can never be undone or escaped. As morality in the aggregate increases, a society becomes more free. As morality in the aggregate declines, a society becomes more enslaved. This is what is meant in the New Testament scriptures as the figure of Jesus, representing the consciousness that he had, being referred to as the way, the truth, and the life. This doesn't mean that it's that he is some God man that needs to be worshipped. This is about following the example set according to the Jesus figure in the New Testament. That's the way of freedom, the truth of natural law, the way to life and not death and destruction and chaos.